Has the transfer window closed? Are you sure? Alright then, go and untie the chairman. Tell him I spent 800 grand as well. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you. Short and sweet today, just to announce the signing of Deng Zhenghong, a young midfielder who we hope will continue to push us forward in this remarkable season that we're having. Now, are there any questions? Yeah, just one if I may. It's Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist. Now, Agustin Gallo has left the club, and he was a fan favourite. Will he be honoured in any way by the club, mate? Excellent question, Chaz. You were just about due one as well. Now, as a matter of fact, there is something that's been arranged. If you all want to join me out in the lobby, and we can make that announcement there. Okay, is everybody here? Everybody's here, Chaz? Rightio. Now, as everybody knows, we wouldn't have been promoted into the Chinese Super League without Agustin Gallo's goals. So it's fair to say that we wouldn't have gone up without him. And now, neither will any of you. Introducing the Agustin Gallo elevator, everybody. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 22 of the World Tour at Shanghai Shenxin in China, of course. And today it's a massive episode with two must-win games against Guangzhou RNF, who are 16th in the league and bottom of the table, and Dalian Yifang, who are 13th and fighting against relegation. Two absolute must-win games. So as you just heard, we did make a signing. We'll get to that in just a second. But first of all, let's have a look what's happened since last episode, where we got a little bit of a pounding from Beijing and then a solid draw that should really have been a win, shouldn't it, against SIPG, our local rivals. Then we played Jinzhou, and this game we were lucky. We got an own goal. You can see we've won the game without a shot on target. So we've ridden our luck on that one. We got away with it. You can see defensively we were quite good. Goalkeeper had a good game. But just could not get anything going up front, and ended up, they gave us a goal, and that was literally, we didn't get a shot on target ourselves. So that was that one, got away with that. Then we played Chen Chung, promoted of course newly this year, and we absolutely smashed them. It was much better. You can see they scored in the 94th minute, so that kind of makes the score look a lot closer than it was, but absolutely played them off the park. Cifuente missed a penalty, which is I think the first for him, and it really affected his match rating. But we did enough to get the goals anyway. Kuvas and Xiaopeng with the two goals, and like I say, job done. 3 points in the bank, 6 points obviously in total. Let's have a look at what that's done to the league table, and you can see there's a little bit of a gap there to top now, isn't there? What's that, a 4 point gap? So it's closable, but we don't play SIPG again, so that's a bit of a problem. But we're only a point off second and third. We've got a nice little 3 point gap back to Tianjin in fifth place now as well. And you can see everybody's sort of played the same amount of games now. So that table that's how it stands right now. So you can see, given that we're sort of playing the teams that are in this middle to lower part of the table, we really need to be making sure we're winning these games now. Because these guys aren't going to drop many points. We want to have a little bit of a buffer in the bank so that we don't have to necessarily go and beat them. We can even if we can afford a loss, that's going to be very luxurious. But I don't think we'll be in that position. It'll be a case of just so we can draw and stay ahead of them. It's hopefully where we'll find ourselves. And let's go and have a look at the new boy. We've paid a bit of money for him. He is here, 800,000, rising to 1.6 million. It's Deng Zhenghong. He's basically an upgrade on Weezy or Hong Tao, sort of a defensive sort of midfielder, I guess, although he tends to play better on support. But you can see here, good passing, good first touch. The mentals are right there. Physicals are quite good as well. Left-footed, which always helps. So something a little bit different there, but really high potential. I basically figure we're going to get a new transfer budget for next season anyway. We had a signing that we could make, so I went and signed. We signed him from a rival in the Chinese Super League. So. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good signing. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I think he is an upgrade on Hong Tao or on Weezy's been really good for us, but really good anticipation too, which I like, especially if we're going to play him in as a defensive player. Composure's good. I think, the mental stats are all really good. Just aggression and bravery are maybe the downside to him there, but yeah, I think he'll do good for us. So let me know what you think in the comments. So let's have a look at the team we're sending out for Guangzhou RNF. Bottom of the table, of course, so this is a big game. It's one of these games that we have to win now if we're going to challenge for this unlikely league title. So it's Zhang Peng in goal, Yuri Ruse and Rebel. They've been sensational all year, so they continue. Kuvas and Chen Min, they provide the width. Li Feng, the new boy Zhen Hong, and Xiao Peng. Now, he wants to play more first-team football. He's a good young Chinese player, so we're giving him that opportunity. You can see he's got good passing and good vision, so we're giving him a chance, and he scored last game. So he's doing fine. We lose that sort of link up in midfield now, which I'm a little bit uneasy about, I guess. But we do have Weezy on the bench along with Yi as well, so we can bring them on if we need them. It's going to be Humam in behind Cifuente and Yu Qing as a pressing forward. I'm kind of going with the pressing forward because they're not scoring goals, so hopefully if they can pressure the other team into their defenders into making mistakes, then that's kind of what they're good for right now. Because none of the 3 Chinese strikers we have, none of them are scoring goals, certainly not consistently. So this is this is what we've been reduced to. We're just using them as dirt cows basically to run around. Okay, so what do we say here? Don't overcomplicate things. We're away from home. Do I just say if we play the game we'll win? I don't usually like saying that, but I do kind of feel like that's where we're at here. We need to kind of... I'm torn whether we start and have sort of that big club mentality now of like these guys are last, they're rubbish, we're going to beat them. Or, there's no pressure here, boys, we're having a great year, just keep doing what you're doing. It's kind of... I'm stuck in the middle a little bit as to exactly how to approach team talks right now. But I just feel like we need to have confidence that we can go out and win this game. An early goal would be amazing. Yuri Ruse with a throw there to Yu Qing in for Feng. For Human, what can he do? That's a great pass out for Kuvas. Can he get across into the box? He can. Back post, it's there. Chen Min just over the bar. Just over the bar. That's a good start though, isn't it? Promising signs. Do we want to look to exploit the flanks based on that? There's a lot of space out there for Kuvas, wasn't there? Chen Min going to... He goes early for Cifuente! Goal! Cifuente! It's 10th of the year, and we're underway. What a start to the game that is. And another great cross from Chen Min. He's having a wonderful season for us. Decent throw. I think we've actually lost the header there, but that's okay. Just one touch, whip it in, and good movement. Good header from Cifuente too, wasn't it? Back towards the near post. The keeper's going to have a tough time saving that. Alright, so that puts us up to second. Let's demand more of that, please. Oh dear. Well, let's concentrate here. Let's go and win this back. Go up the other end. Well done. Rebello clears it. It's not going to get to his target up there, though. The highlight is going to continue. Can we go in and nick this, please? Somebody? Oh, it should be going wide, and it is. Alright, so there we go. So Beijing's taken the lead. The problem is, I just feel like the teams that are up there with us, they're good teams that are used to being up there, and they're probably going to go on runs, aren't they? So we need to... Cifuente! Oh, he's doubled his lead. That's absolutely massive. That gives us some breathing room. He's 11th of the year, and Cifuente, if it wasn't for him, I don't know where our goals would be coming from, but he's just banging them in right now. Good corner. And Cifuente, just a beast in the air. He just leapt over the top of that guy. There we go. So that's better, isn't it? 2 goals up. We've had 2 shots on target. We've scored them both. They just had that one, or they've had 2 shots. They were both obviously long range, it looks like. QF is on a yellow card, so that's not ideal, but we can just about handle it. Let's show some passion here, boys. Come on. Here we go again. Human with the corner. Knocks it in. It's there. Oh, it's a goal! Yi Qing! Hey, their other strikers are scoring now. That is just unheard of. 3rd of the year for Yi Qing. And yeah, when they're scoring, then you know it's a good day. Another corner. They're an absolute shambles. Look at that free header, and he made that count. He is actually... He's a target man. That's sort of his natural position. I mean, he's not technically behind the ball, but it's close enough, isn't it? So there we go. 3-0 up before the break. Let's give them some praise now. I think they've earned that. And if we defend anything like we've defended for most of the season, this game is over. We haven't had much of the ball, or as much of the ball as we perhaps would like, but that's okay. It's what you do with it, isn't it? That has been a really, really good half of football for us. So I think we'll just say that we're pleased with that. Get back out there. There's a couple of guys in midfield here that aren't playing particularly well, so we'll just tell them so. It is the new boy Zheng Hong's first start. You can see he came off the bench in one of the games. But it's his first start, so I figured this was a good game. Bottom of the table. It's a good time to introduce him into the starting lineup. I'm not sure if he's going to start every game now, or if we'll go back to Weezy when we're playing the better teams. But we'll just kind of see. We'll just kind of see how that goes, how that plays out. I should quickly say too, if you guys want to have an academy, the academy regens named after you, like Yuri Ruse here, just let me know in the comments, and we can look to get that done. We have this guy on the bench, young defender, who is another academy player. so he's, he'll be ready for the first team. I'm thinking in the next season or two. And then we have a winger as well, who we're not playing with wingers right now, so he's not on the bench, but he is definitely a first team player. Here's Kuvas again, gets the ball in. Oh, it's double for Yifang. This is unbelievable. We are scoring for fun right now. This is going to help the goal difference as well, although goal difference doesn't really count too much because the tiebreaker rules in the league are results between teams, which I always think is fair enough. And then it's where you are in the reserve league. And it may surprise you to know that our reserves aren't that strong. Because, we are where we are. So yeah, we're not getting that tiebreaker. Certainly not over the teams. It's a really good finish, isn't it? Certainly not over the teams that are down there with us. So what we might look to do here is perhaps just rest a few. Erpegen hasn't been playing too much lately, so we'll give him a game for Humam. I think we want to wrap... Oh, he's on a hat-trick, so maybe he might want to stay out there. And do we perhaps protect Chen Min as well? And then we'll keep a sub up our sleeves. If Sifuente can get a hat-trick, then we'll take him off. We'll give him maybe another 5 minutes or so to do that. And then we might just look to take him off anyway. We're not going to risk it. This doesn't... But he's pretty much, he's their only guy scoring goals. Obviously, Yuquin's got 2 this game, but that's... the shock at that second goal sort of says it all, doesn't it? He doesn't score many. But this has been a really, really good performance, hasn't it? Absolutely dominated them, played them off the park. This is it. So, yeah, well done, boys. Well done. Oh, look at that. We're even heading it onto the corner flag now. We're showboating. That's just how good we are. Yeah, really, really happy with that. Really happy with that. Let's have a look at what that's done to the league table. A passionate well done, boys. So other results here, it's pretty much Beijing has won, Hebe has won, and Taizhan has won as well. And SIPG hasn't played as of yet. So as things stand, we're a point off top. But the important thing here is that we're keeping up with these teams that are just above us there. So there we go, guys. Wait right there, and we will be back. Anything here of note? Goalkeeper set for a pay increase. So is Chen Min. No. So wait there, guys. We'll be back for... Who are we playing? Dalian Yifang. Okay, welcome back. We are at home to Dalian, and you can see they are struggling down there just above the relegation zone. So this is another game now where it's a big game for us to make sure we win, to keep up with these top 4, or top 5 really, because Taizhan are just as good. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Now I thought, considering what is at stake here, that it is really tight at the top, we'll have a look at the reserves league so you can see for yourself, given that this is a tiebreaker, how it's not going to go in our favour. You can see we're down there in 14th. We're doing our best. We're doing our best, but we might be able to get a go at Tijan, actually. We got a game in hand. They're only a point ahead of us. But you can see the other teams are up there. Shanghai SIPG at top. Beijing is second. Hebe at 8th. And the other ones are down there. Yeah, so you can see, could we catch Hebe if we go on a massive run? Perhaps. But we're not catching Beijing or Shanghai SIPG. So... tiebreakers aren't going to go in our favours. It's going to have to come down to making sure we've beaten teams. It's going to come down to the head-to-head record. So it's unfortunate, that one, but that's the rules and we have to live by them, don't we? So this is the team we're sending out. It's the exact same team. We're not going to change anything because that was a really good performance last up. So it's Zhang Peng in goal, Yuri Ruse and Ribao in defence, Kuvas and Chen Min to provide the width, Feng, Zhen Hong and Xiao Peng in midfield, Humam, Sifuante and Yifang suddenly free scoring up top. We do have a midweek game coming up after this, so we're probably going to have to rotate a little bit for that. I'm not going to do as drastic as I did last episode because I don't think that really worked out for us. We'll stick with this formation and we'll just sort of interchange some tied players where we can. If we play our game, we'll win, capable of that. That worked okay last time, didn't it? Some calm, we have faith, and yeah, let's just get out there and see if we can do something similar. An early goal and just never look back. Sounds good to me. But we'll just see how we go here. So I feel like the problem we have with all the teams in the league pretty much, and we're getting better now we have Humam and Sifuante, is that the foreign players can just absolutely rip you to pieces on any team. Look, they have Yannick Carrasco. I mean, he could beat us single-handedly if he has a good game. So it's really, it's difficult, isn't it, in that sense, to know exactly what you're up against. It sort of comes down to, I guess, the rest of the team. But I feel like with Humam and Cifuente, we kind of have weapons of our own. Not as, I don't think necessarily as good, but they're there, aren't they? Cuvas, it's a blocked cross. It's still there for him. Gets it in for Yiquin. Oh, he's got another one. It hasn't actually been given yet. So what has happened there? I missed what the defenders were convinced about something. Was it handball? Was it offside? Was there a push? That looks fine. That looks fine. That's surely a goal, is it not? I don't see anything wrong with that. Give us a goal, ref. It wasn't offside, was it? No, he's onside, so that's a goal. Well, they're both onside. It's a goal. Get in, boys. There we go. 1-0 early. Oh, Yannick Carrasco's injured, so that definitely helps us a little bit. It really does sort of suck the enjoyment out of the goals, doesn't it? Going to the VAR. Anyway. It's for the better, isn't it? You're better off making sure decisions are right. Overall, I think VAR's a good thing, but I think in Football Manager, it definitely just kind of takes the edge off the goals. Alright. Rabao, Yui Ruse. Back to Rabao. Let's not play ourselves into trouble. Well done. Forward for Fang. Humam. Oh, we're moving the ball nicely. Look at this. Xiao Peng back to Humam. Pings it out to Cubas. Gets the cross in. It's blocked again. We've blocked another cross, but they look to have the ball. Can we put a bit of pressure on them here? Don't let them just play out. This is good. Go on, Humam. Close them down, mate. Close them down. Can we win that, please? Flick on. This might be trouble. This might be trouble. We're retreating. We've got men back. They've got him behind again. Watch the middle here. Watch the middle. Cross comes in. Have it over the bar. Oh, we need to be a little bit better than that, boys. Just a little bit better than that. Let's show some passion here. It's going to be like last game, isn't it? That second goal could be absolutely massive if we can get it and get some breathing space. Yeah, it'll certainly help my my anxious and nerves, that's for sure. Alright, coming into half-time, we'll take 1-0. We weren't at our best. We had a couple of highlights there where we looked like we were moving the ball well, but otherwise we haven't been at our best. Humem hasn't been at his best. Cuevas has had some good crossing opportunities, hasn't he? But he hasn't necessarily always found the cross. I'm going to say I'm not happy. I'm not happy. We should have put them to bed by now. They don't have Yannick Carrasco, which is a massive boost for us. One of their superstars down. If we can go and get an early goal here, then I can relax a little bit. But as things stand here, let's get creative. Come on, boys. Yeah, Humam's he's picked up a little bit with that shout. He's just not quite at it today. Another get creative. This makes me nervous. Come on, can we nick that? Let's nick it, go up the other end. Oh, that's someone in a lot of space there. Someone's not doing their job. Cifuente's back there now. It's bouncing around. This is... Oh. Can we hit them on the break? Go on, Humam. Go on, son. Look at him driving into space. I like this. Look at your winger. Look at your winger. Look at your winger. He's found him beautifully. Oh, into what a cross that is. There it is. Cifuente! Oh, what a counter-attacking goal that was. The Humam pass into stride for Chen Min, and Chen Min's just an absolute beast. He's going to be China's left back before too much longer. I have absolutely no doubts about that. But look at this. Driving run from Humam. Watch this pass. Watch this pass. Straight into his path. One touch. Excellent cross, and Cifuente doesn't miss those. He doesn't miss those. That's his 12th of the year, and here's third of the episode. Both our strikers have got got a hat trick this episode over 2 games. So it's not really a hat trick, but you know what I mean. Oh, Chen Min, absolute legend. He was runner up for Player of the Year last year. He'll go close to getting it this year. Between him and Cifuente, I would imagine. That's a decent-ish ball, but Chen Min picks it up. Can he get another cross in? He can. Cifuente's there again. It's clockwork, isn't it? It's just clockwork. 13 goals this season for Cifuente now for this episode, and that's game, isn't it? That is the game. Look at Chen Min pouncing on the loose ball, and look at Cifuente. He's a beast, isn't he? Such a big man, and that's a cracking header again. This is all coming up Shenxin right now. All right, so with games coming up thick and fast here. Let's rest Humam. And let's rest Chen Min. We have decent midfield options. The other one I would like to rest is Cifuente will just keep a sub up our sleeve just for a second here. And then we'll look to take him off as well, I think. We'll do that now. Cifuente, off you go, mate. To the applause of the adoring fans. And there we go. And now we're a man down. Alright, so how do we get around Erpagen? You're left-footed, aren't you? Just go there, do us a job, can you? I mean, he can't tackle. You're gonna have to do it. We don't have another sub, do we? Oh, we do have another sub. Oh, Cifuente hasn't gone off yet. Okay, so that's good. That's a good thing. Alright, so let's just undo that. Timing is everything, isn't it? That is a little bit lucky. Alright, so... You know what? I reckon Wheezy could actually do a job at left back. He's not left-footed, but I don't think he's left-footed. No, he's right-footed. But he could definitely do a job, can't he? He's got the dribbling. That should be fine. So that's lucky. That's really lucky. We got away with one there with the timing. Alright, so we'll give them some praise. And I tell you what, 7 goals this episode. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you hit thumbs up. Helps people find the video, of course, and I'm eternally grateful for that. Cifuente on a hat-trick, of course, but that's not going to be it. If we can just knock one in long, there might be a chance. Here's Wheezy playing at left back. Can he get the ball in? What I don't want is for Wheezy to get a booking, actually, because he'll be suspended for the next game, but he hasn't done that. 3-0, that is absolutely massive. This episode, we could look back on this as one that has, sort of led us into Champions League football next year. Very happy with that. Because these are the games that'll get it done for us. When we're playing these teams that are up there with us, if we can get a draw, we've done really, really well because they are better teams than us. But it's making sure we beat everybody else that is going to get us there. And this episode, we've done that. We've played 2 teams that are down there, and we've thoroughly dispatched them, which is really, really good. SIPG has won, as has Hebe. Not as convincingly as us, but unfortunately, you still only get 3 points, don't you? So there's the league table at the end of this episode. It's all looking good. I'm just going to throw it out there. If we do make Champions League next year, we're staying. We're staying to have a good, proper crack at that. We didn't really... what's he out for 6 weeks? We're going to send him to a specialist. We didn't really get a crack at the Champions League properly with Pasiba, so we're going to be staying for it. If we don't make the Champions League, then we'll have a discussion on what we want to do. But as things stand right now, your passing was a joy to behold, son. Yeah, we're definitely going to stay next year if we are in the Champions League. Just goals. No, there is no goals of the month because we saw all the goals last month that were any good. So that's it for this episode, guys. Like I say, if you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Have a look around, see if there's anything else. We have a couple of other saves going as well. And we will be back tomorrow. It's big tomorrow because we're going to have to come back for Hebe, aren't we, who are second above us in the league right now, and then Evergrande as well. So 2 massive games at home to Hebe, though. That is big. That is big. Let me know what you think in the comments of how the season's going. Any feedback you have, I love the comments. I will always reply back. But until tomorrow, guys, I've been Aussie Don. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to beat Hebe. I know we are. Take care.